90 degrees on X. Okay, and let's go to front view. And we're going to scale and shape it so it's about the size of the head. Let's go to side view, align it with the mask control. Then edit, delete by type, history, modify freeze transformations. Okay, so we want to select the master head control, and we want to select the head joint, and then constrain, aim constraint. So if we move the head, you'll notice that the eyes are staring at their controls, and the head is moving properly, and everything should be deforming correctly. Alright, and let's save. And we'll get to BlendShapes. So let's take a break. Any questions, class, at this point? Yeah. Okay, sir. Sorry, your question was, Jason? I'm using the smooth tool so that the weights in between the particular joints create a smooth transition. If I don't do it, what will happen is it's going to be very blocky. So what we want is a smooth transition where everything is bending correctly rather than breaking. Class, I am going to Blender. Of course, Blender doesn't work on this computer. Great. Alright, class, next would be creating the blend shapes and applying them to the head. Alright, so I'm not going to do all of the blend shapes because that will take too much time. So I'm going to open up the blend shapes layer, and this is our base blend shape or master blend shape. We're never going to modify this. We will, however, duplicate it so that we can use the duplicates of this to create the blend shapes for the head. So going to front view, I'm going to duplicate the base blend shape, Shift D. Again, do not duplicate until you're sure that you reset the controls first, which I did in the earlier part of the demonstration. This I will call the E by scene, E underscore by scene. Alright, and I'm going to use the soft modification tool to make the changes. So click here, soft modification tool. Alright, and I'm going to click at the corner of the mount, and I might want the tool attributes to be turned on. With the tool settings turned on, icon right there, and the soft modification tool active, you want to make sure that preserve history is turned off. Alright, so we need to change the radius of control. For example, if I do this, you'll notice the whole object's moving. And the reason for this is that the radius of control for the soft modification tool is ginormous. So you need to click on this little widget right there, so that you can access the area that the soft modification tool actually controls. So I'm just going to click and drag that red area to make it smaller. Then click again on that widget so that I can actually start moving the face. Alright, so click there, click on the other side, and then drag. You can also press B and then drag the radius of the circle so that you can effect the change immediately without having to click on the widget repeatedly. Alright, so that does my E-Vicing. I'm going to select my base blend shape, duplicate it again, and I'm going to create the O-Vicing. And this time it's going to be a bit trickier. So O_Vicing. Going to rename the base mesh and then use the soft modification tool again. Alright, so I need to shape them out to get the O-Vicing. Alright, I might need to drop into component mode to do this, so select the mesh and then go to Edges, Edge. I'm going to select the edges that I want to move, shift click so that I can select multiple vertices and edges, and then press W in order to move those areas of the mesh. Alright. So right mouse click, let's go to vertex, select, and just get those upwards. Alright, so I'm not going to do this perfectly, but you get the picture. Alright, right mouse click and go to object mode. So this is my O-Vicing. Alright, then I'm going to select the base blend shape again, duplicate it, and then move it out of the way. And we need to create another shape for our Vicing. So we have E, we have O. You'll notice that the A we really don't need to create because the A Vicing is caused by just opening them out slightly. So E and then O, and we need the plosive Vicings, which makes the B and the P popping sound. So let's call this the B Vicing. Alright, and select the soft modification tool and just compress the mouth. Alright, I'm going to go to perspective view. And just make the Vicing. Alright. Again, the B Vicing should be the mouth pursing together so that you can pronounce B or P. Alright. So I have my 3 Vicings, and these are Vicings for speech. I'm going to apply and create the blend shapes. So let's select the first one, which is the E Vicing, and then select your animated head mesh. So E Vicing, shift left mouse click on the animated head mesh. Make sure you're in the animation submenu, and then click on deform, create blend shape attributes. Okay, and it's going to ask you for a blend shape node. So I'm going to call this, what should we call it? Vicings is a good thing, but we also have expressions in, so let's just call them face blend shapes.